For things men secretly want in a woman, but won't say. Have you ever found yourself wondering, what does he really want from me? Or maybe you've sensed there's something more beneath the surface of your relationship that he's just not saying? You're not alone. The truth is, most men won't openly admit what they truly desire in a woman, not because they're being mysterious, but because, most of the time, they don't even fully understand it themselves. They feel it deep down. They know it matters, but they often don't have the words to express it. Here's the twist. There are certain things men secretly crave in a woman, things they might never verbalize but desperately want. And guess what? These aren't just superficial wants. These are deep-rooted desires that influence how men feel loved, valued, and respected in a relationship. Some of these things might surprise you, but they're backed by years of research, psychology studies, and real-life experiences. When you understand these hidden desires, you can completely shift the dynamic of your relationship and create something deeper, more connected, and more fulfilling for both of you. In today's video, we're diving into the 4 things men secretly want in a woman but won't say. From how you make him feel as a man, to how you show emotional stability. These desires might be the missing piece in your relationship that you didn't even know you were looking for. If you've ever been curious about what truly makes a man tick or how to strengthen your connection, then stick around, because this is the relationship insight you didn't know you needed. Ready to find out? Let's get started. 1. A woman who makes him feel like a winner. Men are often seen as the providers and protectors in relationships, but what does that really mean on a deeper emotional level? It's not just about being able to financially support or offer solutions to problems. It's about a fundamental need to feel capable, successful, and valued for their contributions. For many men, this desire is deeply ingrained in their psychology. Dr. John Gray, in his famous book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, explains that men need to feel competent and like they're winning at life in their relationships. However, the kicker is that men won't always admit this need because society has ingrained the idea that they should be self-sufficient, stoic, and independent. So when a man feels like his efforts aren't appreciated or when he feels like he's not adding value to the relationship, something inside him starts to shift. It can lead to withdrawal, frustration, or even confusion. They may not even fully understand why, but they know something doesn't feel right. Here's where you come in. Small acts of appreciation and acknowledgement go a long way. It's not about needing him for everything, but it's about recognizing when he's putting in effort and making sure he knows it matters. Men want to feel that their presence in the relationship makes a positive difference, whether it's thanking him for handling a tough situation, appreciating his thoughtfulness, or simply acknowledging the work he puts into the relationship. These things show him that he's winning with you. According to a survey by eHarmony, 74% of men say they feel happiest in relationships where they feel valued for what they bring to the table, whether that's emotionally, financially, or practically. A woman who can make a man feel like a winner doesn't just inspire confidence in him, she builds a foundation of trust and respect. Men don't need to be praised for every little thing they do, but feeling recognized for their contributions will make them feel more connected to you and ultimately, make them more invested in the relationship. 2. A woman who is emotionally stable. We all know that emotions play a big role in relationships, but for many men, emotional instability in a partner can feel overwhelming and even draining. Men are wired to be problem solvers, and when their partner is experiencing emotional turmoil, their first instinct is to try and fix it. But what happens when the emotions are unpredictable, intense, or impossible to solve? The result can be a sense of powerlessness, and this is something men absolutely hate. A study from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that men experience significantly higher stress when dealing with emotionally unpredictable partners. They want to feel like they can support you, but when your emotions swing wildly without any explanation, they often feel trapped. Over time, this can lead to emotional withdrawal, shutting down, or even resentment. It's not that men don't care about your feelings, it's that they don't always know how to navigate intense emotional outbursts, and they can feel helpless in those moments. But the good news is that this doesn't mean you have to suppress your emotions. In fact, it's important to express how you feel, just in a way that's easier for him to understand. Men are much more likely to engage and be supportive if you communicate your emotions calmly and clearly. For example, instead of saying "you never listen to me," try saying, "I feel unheard when this happens, can we talk about it?" When you take the time to process your feelings before engaging in a conversation, it shows that you respect his ability to help you, without putting him in a position where he feels like he's failing. A Reddit thread with over 10,000 upvotes revealed that emotional maturity, being able to express yourself in a clear and stable way, was the most attractive quality men look for in a partner. Men don't want to walk on eggshells or feel like they're walking into a minefield of emotions. A woman who can express herself in a calm, mature way helps create a safe space for him to feel more comfortable and involved. It makes the relationship more balanced, less stressful, and ultimately more satisfying for both partners. 3. A woman who supports his purpose. Every man has a deep-rooted sense of purpose, whether it's building a career, pursuing a passion, or striving for a personal goal. The interesting thing is, while men often don't voice this directly, they're looking for a partner who aligns with and supports this mission. This desire for purpose-driven connection is deeply embedded in evolutionary psychology. Dr. David Buss, a leading researcher in human mating behavior, found that men are more attracted to partners who align with their long-term goals. So, what does that look like in a relationship? It means supporting his ambitions, even when they don't directly benefit you. It means understanding when he needs time to work on his dreams and being his cheerleader in the process. This support doesn't mean sacrificing your own goals or identity, it means showing that you value his passion and understand that it's an important part of who he is. A study from the University of Toronto found that men in relationships where they felt supported in their goals were 47% more likely to achieve career success. If a man feels like his relationship is blocking or holding him back from his growth, it can feel suffocating. He may start pulling away, even if he doesn't realize why. He might say, "I need space," or "I don't think I'm ready for a serious relationship." But the underlying truth could be that he feels his ambitions and the relationship are at odds. On the flip side, when a woman shows genuine interest in his goals and encourages his success, it strengthens their bond and creates a shared sense of purpose. Supporting his purpose doesn't just mean cheering him on from the sidelines, it means being an active part of his journey and understanding that his growth matters. When you support his dreams, you show him that you're in it together, building a life that reflects both of your values and aspirations. 4. A woman who respects him. Respect is arguably one of the most important and yet often overlooked things men desire in a relationship. In fact, a survey by the American Psychological Association found that men prioritize respect even more than love. Why? Because for men, respect is the foundation of love. A man can be deeply in love with a woman, but if he feels disrespected, whether through constant criticism, belittling comments, or making jokes at his expense, his love for her will start to fade. But here's the tricky part. Many women don't realize when their actions may feel disrespectful, even if it's not intended. Criticizing him in front of others, questioning his decisions too frequently, or constantly pointing out his mistakes can create an atmosphere of distrust, even if you don't mean it that way. Respect doesn't mean agreeing with everything he says or does, but it does mean valuing his opinions and treating him in a way that makes him feel heard and understood. For example, instead of saying "that's a dumb idea," try saying, "I see where you're coming from, but have you considered this?" Instead of saying, "You never do anything right," try, "I appreciate your effort, but let's tweak this together." Men are hardwired to feel like conquerors when they are treated with respect. It empowers them to go above and beyond for their partner and makes them feel like they can take on the world. Research from the Gman Institute shows that couples who practice mutual respect have an 80% higher chance of staying together long-term. When a man feels respected, he'll go out of his way to make sure his woman feels cherished and loved in return. Respect is a two-way street, and when both partners feel respected, the relationship becomes stronger, deeper, and more resilient. These 4 things, feeling like a winner, emotional stability, support for his purpose, and respect, are not just things men secretly crave. They are essential ingredients in building a loving, lasting, and fulfilling relationship. When you understand what makes a man tick, you create an unbreakable bond built on trust, admiration, and mutual support.